Man, these bills killing me, man. How do I pay these bills off? Because right now, if I don't pay these bills off, I'm gonna lose my mind. What do I do? Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Gary B with Mentally Financial. Have you ever felt like this and didn't know what to do, or just didn't know where to go? Well, right now, I'm gonna give you a few options of what you can do to pay down your debt. Okay, they might work for you, they might not work for you. Because remember, everything doesn't fit everybody. So I want y'all to sit back, take some notes, and we're going to see if these two things we're going to talk about today can help you. And honestly, this is going to be a part one, part two. We're going to talk about the snowball method today and the debt avalanche method. And next week, we're going to talk about debt consolidation. So, hey, this is your boy Gary B with Mentally Financial. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Mentally Financial with Gary B. Like I said at the top of the show, we're going to talk about ways that you can pay or reduce your debt. Okay. Now, I want you to understand something, y'all. If you think y'all alone in debt, no, you're not. You know, the average American carries about $100,000 in debt. Me personally, I carry $134,000 in debt. But remember, like I always say, there's a good debt and there's a bad debt. So if you're controlling it, hey, it's a debt. Like I said, I'm not going to put down the other financial gurus out there that say, hey, become debt free. That's the best way to be. Be debt free if you can. But everybody can't be debt free, you know. And like I said, we're going to probably be owing money for the rest of our lives. So why not learn how to live with the debt and control the debt if you can't pay it off like you would like? Okay. So with that being said, like I said, I want y'all to understand there are many ways that you can pay down debt. One is not get it. Two is just control it. And three, debt consolidation. But anyway, we're not going to talk about all of that today. We're just going to talk about a few things. But I want y'all to think about it this way. If you have too many payments every month, you might get behind on some of your financial goals that you're trying to build, like an emergency fund, take a vacation, or maybe even add into your retirement fund. So try to make a progress each month on reducing your debt, okay? And all it takes is a little bit of organization up front. If you get all of your bills together and you put together a strategy on how you want to pay down these debts, you can do it. Okay, I'm telling you, you can do it. It's not that hard. What you really need to do is make a list of all the debts that you have, like the debtor's name, the account number, the type of debt it is. Is it credit? Is it a credit card that is? Is it student loans? Is it, a personal loan? Whatever it might be, get right down the balance, write down the interest payment that you have on it. You know what I'm saying? The interest that's on that payment, how long the payment term is for, and what the minimum payment is. Because remember, you never honestly want to pay a minimum on any type of bill if you can get away with it. You want to pay as much as you can. So once you figure all of that out, then all you have to figure out then is what can I pay down first? Because if you have high bills, those little small bills, sometimes them little small bills can add up to that big one. So do you want to pay the big one off first and then munch at those small ones? Or do you want to knock those small ones out of the way and then jump on the big? That's what we're going to be talking about today. Okay. So, with all of that being said, I told you every month you need to look at your finances. That's why a budget is so important, everybody. Get you a good budget and this will work. All right. So, let's jump right into this. We're going to talk about the snowball method first. How does it work? Pay the smallest debt as fast as possible. Pay the minimums on all other debts. Okay, you heard what I said? You want to pay the most towards that small debt, and then your other debt, you make smaller payments. All right. Then pay the extra towards the next largest debt. Once again, pay as much as you can as fast as possible towards the smaller debt. Pay minimum on all the other debt. Then pay the extra towards the next larger debt. Okay. A quick payoff is a quick win and can be a confidence booster. You hear what I'm saying? That is the snowball method. Snowball method. Okay. Now let's talk about the debt avalanche. Okay. How it works is you pay the largest or the highest interest rate debt as fast as possible. Pay the minimum on all other debt. Once again, pay the largest or the highest interest rate debt as fast as possible and pay the minimum on all other debt. Okay? Then you pay that extra towards the next smallest debt. Pay off a big debt can boost a feeling of control and get rid of big interest too. So what it's trying to tell you is this: if you pay that big one off, it's gonna make you feel a whole lot better, and it's gonna you have more money in your pocket to pay towards those small ones. That's why I say you have to decide which one of these work best for you, paying off the smaller one or paying off the larger one. Which one can you live with within your budget that you created? That's why that budget is so important, y'all. Y'all gonna keep hearing me harp on that. But at the same time, let me throw a quick commercial in here. If you're having trouble with your finances and you don't know how to do the proper budget or proper spending budget, or you don't know how to do debt management, you need to call me. Call Gary B. Rohn Jr. I'm here for you. Visit my website, www.gbrohnjrfinancial.com. Set an appointment with me. Let me help you put this together because I want to see you do better. Okay. So with that being said, let me help you. All right, back into the show. So that's what I wanted to talk to y'all about today: the snowball method and the debt avalanche method. One is fast. Well, both of them are fast, but one is for smaller bills and one is for larger bills. You just have to make the right choice for you. That's why I can't make that choice for you. You have to make that choice. Okay. But anyway, with that being said, we're going to talk next week about debt consolidation. I'm not a big fan of it, but I'm going to throw the option out there to you, okay? So I want to say thank you for checking in with me this week. Like I said, this Mentally Financial with Gary B. And I always say this: I do the research, you just got to follow. I'll holler at you. See you in the next episode. Peace. Thank you for checking out this week's episode. I hope I dropped a little knowledge on you that you can use. A new episode drops every Sunday